First, before getting to the theme, I will introduce to you a new cover of my drawings, red. Now, we can begin. Welcome to the second episode. Today, I will tell you about a daily item that existed for sure in almost every family in the USSR, though strangely, it was completely extinct by 1990s. The avoська, or literally translated maybe bag. As you might have already guessed, it is a regular shopping bag, just made out of a fishing net. Why such a strange design? It requires less material to produce and is pretty compact. Therefore, many people took it with them to work, in case they will have to buy something. The name is also based on this uncertainty. First, the history. Strangely, avoськas appeared first not in the USSR, but in France, in the late 19th century. Even the famous writer Anton Pavlovich Chekhov mentioned them in a letter from Paris, but he designated them just as bags made out of nets. The name was given to them later, in the 1930s. They were mostly made out of light silk. Avoськas were rediscovered during the deficit in the USSR of the 1920s. They have proven their efficiency in carrying large objects like melons, and as well objects with sharp edges, as these would just stick out of the bag. Later, as avoськas slowly gathered the smell of onion, they could be, just as an example, used as storage places for it, and be hung on the wall. The maybe bags had a propaganda advantage as well. You couldn't hide anything in them. This was well corresponding with the propaganda statement, "The Soviet man has nothing to hide." In a famous 60s comedy, The Diamond Hand, the main character tries to hide a pistol there, but gets stopped from that.
Ясно.
Семен Семенович, ну что вы?
Avoськas became useful for one more reason. Plastic was a strategically important material in the USSR, and it could not be wasted on plastic bags. So these have become a relic. It might sound funny to you, but the same bags purchased, for example, during a trip to foreign countries were used for years and years. They were mostly not used as intended, but only to flex with them. And if a plastic bag got dirty, it had to be washed and dried. For normal occasions, though, you had the avoська, of course. There are multiple reasons why avoськas disappeared. Probably because they were meant not for trend, but for functionality. And in the 1990s, there appeared much more easy-to-use plastic bags, which could even have a print on them. But if you like the idea of carrying your groceries in a fishing net, I have good news. Avoськas have become a very strange fashion item right now. So even if you live in Europe or the US, you can still find them in certain shops, with a price of about $50, depending on the quality. That's all. Thank you so much for your attention. A small reminder, I put hashtags under each video, depending on the category. Remember, it takes very long for me to make such a video, so you would help me a lot if you subscribed. We'll see each other in the next video. Bye, comrades.